Alright, hello and welcome back. This is Siberian here, and we have today an epic battle replay. This is our mod Empire Generals, and we have a 4v4. I'm going to turn off my reshade here so we can see the map. We have a 4v4 battle. Then we got we'll run through the French side first, and then we'll look at the other side as we can see them. But I know it's been a hot minute here since I've recorded one of these, but finally had a moment of freedom and thought, hey, why not? It'd be good. We can see some of the way the mod has changed over time too. So anyways, this 4v4, we got 3 French armies and a Bavarian on this side. So this French, got some little Chaguz, militia, and then a lot of these quite good professional regiments here. I'm gonna pop on the reshade, it looks nice. We got some French Guard here. Very nice. We got some Royal of the King. A French Guard. This is medium unit sizes, so it's a little smaller than we're usually seeing, but that's what lets us get a 4v4 with armies that are 29 units each, so helps with stability. And this French army over here, lots of lights and elites. They got Swiss and got some elite cavalry here. Their model is a little funky on the face, but that's okay. Yeah, pretty much just light infantry and then guards or Swiss. Chasseurs and Hussars. Those are both good light cavalry to have. Oh, here we go. We got some grenadiers walking through the wheat fields. Look at that. And then we got infantry. These guys. 3-pounder. Let's see what else. Oh, and here's Bavaria. I don't know. I really like Bavaria's color scheme and stuff. Some Bavarian infantry. Ah. Ooh, that is a nice looking grenadier unit right there. That. More Bavarian infantry. 3 corps. Nice. They got some conscripts in the back. These guys are cheap, but they're 140 at medium instead of 130 of a normal. So, nothing too crazy. Let's just try and spot artillery here for a second. We got some 6-pounders. 2 6-pounders here. They're good medium all-purpose guns. What is this? 3-pounder. Close range, very effective. 18-pounders. These are expensive but effective guns. They're unique to France, but they are quite good. What do we spot over here? Alright, Savoy. You're facing off against Savoy here. Hussars threatening that. Oh, there's scouts taking a couple of pot shots. Oh wow. Actually got 3 kills. That's impressive. They charge in with the scouts to pin them. And then they can engage with light cav. I think they wanted to fire a volley, but this will work. These are some good cavalry here. Coming in on the flank. Ooh, that's loud. Surprised they didn't immediately break, but wavering. Broken. There they go. Oh, France comes out on top, but here we get some Savoy Dragoons here. Or, no, just regiment of cavalry. But I think they're calling it quits. Light cavalry is pursuing the hussars, trying to shatter them, I think. Even if they're not shattered, they're probably not going to come back. But we'll see. Getting a peek at Savoy. I got some line. I keep phasing in and out of the line of sight. Oop. And howitzers. Let's see. Danish howitzers. Where are they going to land? Oh. Looks like they did break that light cav with the howitzer. Over here we got... Oh. Something happened that I missed. They got pushed off their guns. That's a big loss. 18-pounders were a big threat. They'll have one of them back, but still unfortunate because that's a lot of gold cost. Oh, by the way, this is the map Hohenfriedberg, one of Frederick the Great's battles in... That's the Second Silesian War? I don't know. Something like that. Getting some counter battery fire. Ooh, very effective. Let's see where these shots land. Oh. Happened to get right on them. And, oh, that guy's getting back up. Still, just brutal on these small unit sizes. But it's just hard to come back from. This is an important hill. There's not a whole lot of elevation change on this map. Oh. So having this high ground is very key. Looks like Denmark is going to contest it. Looks like France probably could have held that. Maybe they don't want to risk the cannon fire. They're going to pull back. We do have a 3-pounder right here, so they can set that up and then pepper the hill while not getting counter batteried. Not a bad thought. Let's check the left flank. Still pretty quiet over here. We do have a Swedish infantry unit being spotted, a couple of them. Stretched thin, 1 rank deep. Sweden is hard to do well, but they can also be hard to stop. They're an interesting kind of a glass cannon faction, but they have really small units sizes. Ooh, artillery targeting the cavalry. That was a good hit. All right, on the Bavarian front line, looks like they're going to face off against Prussia. Not ideal for Bavarians. You would like a major faction like France against a major faction like Prussia, but they should be able to hold their own. They're not a terrible faction for this. Oh, and we're spotting some Prussians. Let's see what they brought. A lot of militia with some grenadiers in the back, musketeers, grenadiers. Oh. Spotted the cavalry there. They did shatter the scouts, so at least you'll have the informational edge, hopefully. What do we have going on here? France. Doing a little skirmishing with the Danish skirmishers in the hill there. You have kind of a 2v1 here. Well, I guess no, there's two French. 1 and 2. Then we got another French over here. Man, this is kind of a vulnerable 18-pounder, though. Oh, there's another one. So they still have two 18-pounders. That's good for them. Oh, more howitzers coming in. Man, they spent a lot of money on howitzers. Probably get it back, though. Alright, the line battle's heating up. We got Portuguese. I don't know if I'm saying that remotely correctly. Now, these are light infantry as well. You see they don't have bayonets. He just didn't have them in skirmish. Oh, artillery targeting the cavalry. So pressure applied immediately in the middle. Oof. Got a 6-pounder and a 6-pounder here. Pressure in the middle. Neither flank is doing too much though. I think he tried to make a push towards the guns, and then so many Swedes back here, which means this flank should be weak. Like if I was this French player and I saw this Swedes all the way over to the middle, where you have Savoy and Denmark as well, they're really pushing the middle, it seems like. So to help that, I would probably push up right in here, at least pressure this house. Shifting go on. Let's look at the lines. Moving forward, the Danish. Look at that flag waving in the breeze. That's loud. Hopefully that's not too loud on the recording, but oh well. Alright, so altogether we have Russia, Denmark, Savoy, and Sweden. This is supposed to be Catholics versus Protestants. I think Savoy was Catholic though, but they converted for this battle. Got the two ranks firing over the heads of the light infantry. Oh, moving forward a while. Ooh, ouch. There they go, and epic. Alright, let's look at the bigger scale here. And yeah, just a lot of pressure in the middle. Maybe a little action on the flank here. Let's look at the map. Yeah, you can see a lot of force concentration on this map right there in the middle. This flank is just so far back. If I was France, I'd be pushing this. Look at how thin these lines are. One cav charge is just gonna wreck them. I would only counter battery with these guns. Yeah, you got long range artillery. Just counter battery these howitzers and then sweep through. I think you could take that. Alright, what do we got here? check the flank real quick. We got Bavarian guns in a good position here. We got some heavy militia moving forward. Along with some guard. But most of the action here seems to be with Savoy right now. They're using some early line infantry to protect grenadiers. And that will soak up the bullets, hopefully, for the most part, and wear down the enemy and let them prepare for that grenadier charge. Oh my goodness, we got so much going on here. France did a cavalry charge. Looks like it had some effect, but now we got King's Royal Guard Regiment charging forward. They're chasing after the cavalry, but now they're about to get... Oh, but the French aren't liking the look of things, and they're pulling back from the hill. Wow. Hey, what a confusing little series there. More French cav coming in. They might be on their same orders. Okay, he caught it. Good. Another elite. Some more very good Danish regiments here. Back on this Prussian flank. Yeah, I think this is wise by Bavaria. No need to push this yet. Oh, we got a hussar charge. Taking out the guns. Or I guess they're not. They're just German cavalry, but that's a big win for Bavaria. There we go. Shattered one, broke the other, but they only have 6 left anyways. They're not going to survive. Might get a friendly fire charge here too. Yeah, only one. Well, that's good because these guys were suffering. Look at that. Brutal. France did manage to stabilize their front now. They're kind of giving a little ground around the hill, and they have their Denmark brought up their 12-pounder right onto the hill. Good spot. I don't know if this is a good spot. This is a risky play, moving howitzers this far forward, but we'll see how it works for them. It says some reserves here, but they're looking a little thin for this double line. And this whole unit just not engaging. Whole army held by 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 units to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. It's like crazy efficient use by the Swedes. Of course, there's probably a few more that I can't see of the Swedes, but still. Alright, France moving. They're gonna push the hill. Oof. Oh, and they're already getting shot on the flank there. Gonna fire a volley. Ooh, that's a lot of lead coming through the air. The compatriots withdrew. They're gonna fire. No, oh, they're so close. Just let them fire. All right, so Denmark pushing very well at this hill. This is a very bold move. Trying to get a howitzer canister, I think. Let's see if it works for them. Oh, they shifted position, so the grenadiers are in the front. Probably gonna canister and then charge is what I would do. See where they target. Oh, they gotta reload. That's a bummer. And yeah, France has ceded the hill. At least this French. This one is still holding on, which leaves them dangerously exposed. We got a Swedish bush here. That was unexpected. You gonna fire? No? Okay. Let's see what's happening here. Oh. They've lost enough troops on this gun that it won't fire. That's a bummer. And that is the risk of having those guys forward. Bavaria is playing a very patient game. That's wise. Now, as of now, I'd definitely say the Protestant alliance is winning, but they're not casualty-less. As you can see, they've taken losses. The French have taken the worst of it. Oh, that canister is brutal. Oh, and they're going for a charge on the Voltigeurs, but I think an artillery hit broke them in the threat of other cav. Alright, yeah. There's definitely some losses here. No denying that. They're still quite strong in this section, and Denmark is there as well. Moving forward. Now, Russia's engaging more over there as well. This French army, they have some reserves. They're moving up now. We're as weak as this one, though. This one is in a dangerous, precarious spot. Done well on this flank, but they are very weak here. And this is a flank that's in the air. You gotta pull this back to the house, I think. You gotta occupy the house and either have this guy attack or support. Because something's gonna happen here. This is double lines, grenadiers efficiently using the cohesion. I would be worried. We got 12 pounders moving up. Once again, risky with an expensive cannon like that, but sometimes it's worth it. Bavaria looking pretty healthy still. Got just enough of a hill here to fire over the heads of their guys. Denmark's pushing off the hill here a little. They got a howitzer and a 12 pounder here. And France's lines are looking a little disorganized. Oh, getting a cavalry charge through the gap. Oh, here they go. Oh, and they get the gun. They should. Yeah, it's down to 3 troops. Even if it doesn't break, it's oh, it's a lot of howitzers. They would love to break through and get those 2 as well. But I think these ones are going to be sacrificed on the altar of that howitzer there. Time will tell if that was worth it. Probably. It's a pretty killing. Where are these guys firing? Can they hit that with canister? Doesn't look like it. Alright. Let's see what's happening here. Alright, France is now pulling back to the house. At least this one. This is a victory point, so they don't want to lose it entirely. But it's more important that you preserve your army And that's a bummer. That's just inexperienced play, I think. You never want to charge before you are past all your troops because they will trample their own men. Just a fun fact. Alright, but it did work still. It broke one Swedish. Broke the other Swedish. So they did okay right here. They could really... I mean, they gotta either attack the flank or pull these back for a reserve. I don't know. I think they're getting some skirmishers forward to shoot off these gun crews. Oh. The Swedish dragoons see off the Maison du Roi. Oh, are they gonna shoot their own crews? Maybe. These guys need to fire them. You're too close. Fire! What are you doing? Oh, no, you're still walking forward. Alright. Alright, here they go. They are pressing around, giving way in the center. Probably for the best. Probably could have done this a little bit earlier. Over on the Bavarian side, Bavaria is looking a little thin here, but they have secondary lines. They're not super strong. But they are also getting hit by Denmark and Prussia. Oh, but they're moving on the right. I like it. And we finally have some engagement on this left flank for the French. And it's working. These guys off of fire at will. What's going on here? Alright. Let's take a look at the map again real quick. You can see there's definitely been a bowing in the center, and it's looking a little thin compared to these blue. Zoom in a couple of times, yeah. Definitely a little concentrated. Not too bad though. Better artillery support here. What is that cavalry behind? Oh, they did get hussars back there. Very nice. Let's go run down guns. Oh, who died? Oh, the hussars ambushed the Danish field marshal. What's this? That was a weird misclick or something. Oh, ouch. Ouch. Okay. Despite the assassination of the Danish field marshal, Savoy is prevailing here. There is now a growing gap. Back out. Oh, but up here, we have... Look at this close range. Let's get this in the cinematic. Bavaria is pushing. I like it. They do have a lot of militia there that are good to push against. Hussars doing a frontal charge. Probably not the best way, but that lets Bavaria's cav, heavy cavalry, sweep the flank. Great move. And the Hussars charge the heavy cav through their own troops, breaking them as well. This is some very good use of cavalry and force on the flank. You have your staff officers nearby to provide support. Penetration by the cuirassiers to prevent any troops from reforming. Yeah, Prussia's they gotta circle up here. Great move, Bavaria. Quite a cost here in the center. France doing a suicide charge. Let's see if it has any effect. No, they're seeing off. Almost broke them. Just don't know if this is the move though. Ooh, that was unfortunate timing. Broke everybody there. They might break the queens. Yeah. Alright. Alright, France, I see you. Mass charge. Doesn't work in most places, but worked a little bit. And you still might recover some of these troops. That was a pretty interesting, like they say, you know what, we're not going to win this, we're going to charge. But now they got this house held by a decent infantry unit. But the center has been split. You can see France is in full retreat now in the middle. Bavaria is making gains on the right. Quite good gains, actually. Look at that. Brutal. And they got their heavy cav in the rear. A big threat. Their field marshals has to be in danger. So Bavaria's handing Prussia an L, but in the center, oh, don't stop. Don't stop. Alright, at least fire a volley. Fire. Firemen, fire! 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 No! Fire at will is turned off. You could have taken out that cannon. Alright, a bit of a confusing mess there, but this French force is, I think, winning against the Swedes. I don't think the Swedes were ever meant to really hold a line here. They seem more to, yeah, now they're pushing into the gap. Let's look at the map again. Look at that split open. And now, this is, oh, and Savoy is taking the house with their grenadiers. Now it comes to, oof. If you are the Protestants, what is your best route? Because you could try and split them up. Ooh, good back charge by the Bavarian cuirassiers. They are curling all the way around here. I would just pull back if I was Russia. Just reform here. Alright, so you split the center. But you have two decently strong armies. This one's probably even stronger than the Bavarians, because the Bavarians have been fighting longer. Which do you go for? Personally, I'd say, hey, Prussia, withdraw, fight a defensive battle here, send all these troops down this way. You do have the time constraint, 26 minutes left. So maybe you see if you can get away with less, but I don't know. You've successfully isolated two pockets, but now what? That's why breaking the middle is a good idea, but also comes with its own risk. You have to have enough mass to exploit that middle. So we'll see if the Protestants have enough mass or are able to decide which way to go, communicate as a team. Bavaria moving up their guns and their infantry. Man, I would just like, we were getting so severely flanked. This is like little round top angles here. Might need to pull back. Okay, let me get cinematic mode again. Or Denmark's really got to push. Oh, might have been a misclick there. Click. Where do they see you there? This looks like a movie. It's cool. Alright. Alright, so it looks like they are focusing on this northern one. Oh, I don't know, Sweden's still pushing down here. You got a lot of mass here, France. Might be time to start pushing. There's a big threat over here. If I was Sweden, I'd almost hold off. Don't attack right now. Keep your forces. Let the... Where am I? There we go. Let the fighting out here. See if you can double team Bavaria, who's very wisely ceding ground. You know, it's tempting to hold on to a hill, but I think this is the right move. Fall back to your guns. You're gonna need canister to break the enemy. Close. Bavaria's actually pretty decently strong. They even have a little reserve. They came out of this better than I thought they would. There's still a lot of incoming stuff on their left flank, though. I would maybe even pull this to the far side of the road. Hit a volley and then retreat. Good volley, man. Dang. Turn fire. Artillery doing its work. They could probably switch to canister here. Yeah, let's look at the bloody lines. Pick on the French and the Swedes. And Sweden, I think you can't engage in these line battles. You just don't have the numbers. Sweden really as well. Charging in. Ooh, canister range. Ah. Ouch. Alright. Bavaria, man, playing the fighting withdrawal back towards their guns, lure them into the trap. Hey, you got some good troops on this, right? Now, these guys, anyways, they're very effective. And this is really actually quite close. I do think Sweden needed to take a slightly different approach here, though. Guys coming out of the house. Where you going? We have some. Is this howitzer still firing? One of them. Yeah, the other one doesn't have enough gunners. Another 12-pounder here. Is it bugged? Might be bugged. Oh, we got good move with the hussars. Oh, where did they come from? Must have hidden in the trees. That was a clever move. I didn't see that one coming. Interesting. They're not pressing the attack here anymore. Yeah, just look at the bodies. So many bodies. Marched them all down here. Okay, they're going for France. Oh, just brutal. These small Swedish regiments. They're high in morale. Good melee stats. They might be out of ammo too. Yeah, they're definitely trying to get France now. Savoy has shifted a lot of troops over. France is keeping an eye on it with that light cavalry. There's nothing here. I guess there's Swedes over here. I see a town fight. What's going on here? Guys running through the buildings. Gotta love Empire. Alright, let's see. Back on this side. It took off that isolated grenadier, but it did slow the advance. Yeah, I just don't know. You got 3 units. You're outnumbered, you got artillery on your flank. I don't know if I'd be pressing there. Oh, and the Bavarian scouts breaking the Danish. Issue with Denmark is they lost their field marshal. So they are a little more morale shock vulnerable. Back over here. Oh, the French cav doing good work. Shattering a grenadier unit. Ignore the giant floating bloodstain. Sweden. They had a decent troop pull back here. Behind the town. I wonder what they'll do with it. Let's check the time real quick. 17.5 minutes left. That's plenty of time to end this. Especially with canister into the flank. Guys breaking right there. Yeah, I think Prussia's done here. I think this was the decisive moment on this entire, well, for the Bavarian flank. Bavaria sweeping around with the cavalry really got them the upper hand. Look at all that. Savoy just shifting all those troops down here. I take on France. Well, Sweden does have a pretty decent reserve corps here. Still got that one howitzer working. Where France can't be too static. I'd maybe even reposition those guns right here and then pull back to them. Make them come into your canister fire. Push right here this way. Get them in the back with these. See if any Prussians are left. No. Prussia has been vanquished. Oh, Denmark. Trying to flanking around maneuver. Guess that's not a bad idea with your guns right here. You don't want to run into those. But Denmark, I think I'd even hole up on this hill and just try and survive. Alright, there we go. France is withdrawing now. A better angle. Artillery in here. Sweden moving forward. Ooh, taking some painful fire from those lights. Painful fire from everywhere, man. Militia breaks. Fire and then charge? Are they gonna charge? That is the question. Oh, got some of the general here. Making his way through the town. Phasing in and out of buildings. Gotta love it. The boy keeps pressing. Pretty good move by Savoy. You gotta win somewhere if you want to have a chance. Up here, Denmark's pressing in, but they were able to redeploy. Bavaria redeployed there. They're literally on the opposite sides of the map. That is so funny. Alright. I would redeploy these guns, man. Did it over here. Oh, and Sweden has broken. The sustained fire was just too much. And now Savoy is starting to waver here. Got light cav in the back. Let's see him charge. Come on. Good cohesion. You know you want? Oh, they fire a volley first. Oh! Can't believe they got that off. Still break 1, 2. Still worth it. I would be charging these guards though, right into their back. Where your cavalry breaks. The only thing that's kept them alive is these staff officers. There. But it looks like... Oh, the void charge too. Oh. Does look like the Protestants are not going to come out on top on this. Too many French left, not to mention all that. And back on this flank, Bavaria's holding strong. Yeah, I think you could call this one here. Savoy, man, they did a lot of fighting. They gave it their best. They're not done yet. They're gonna break the French Guard wavering. Another French Guard unit comes in. One breaks. Wow. They're still doing really good. Oh, they're starting to lose. Wavering. Hold on, men. With that, the southern, call it southern because it's south on the map. Southern flank is toast. See what Sweden's bodyguard does. See if they get shot to pieces. Oh, they get the charge off. Ooh. Oh. I think they have a wrong weight calculated because that was crazy. But they break in the fire. Alright, so it's all down to Denmark, who has no field marshal and 2 units left. Now, I think that's worth a fast forward. So despite splitting the middle, Catholics hold on in their 2 pockets, and the Protestants flee. Oh, Let's see if that one will break ever. Look at that bloody middle of the battlefield. Thank you guys for playing this. This is an awesome battle. We'll have to try and get some more 4v4s. I do also have extra large maps now, so we'll be able to play battles on maps that are 4 times as large as this one, which is a pretty epic experience. So hopefully that will come to fruition here. I've already got it working, so just a matter of updating all the maps and getting good deployment zones where you're not walking for 30 minutes. But with that said, there's your stats if you wanted to look at it. I didn't fight in this. I don't know who this one was. McTroll as Bavaria makes sense. He was holding that line there. Pretty close run thing. I mean, Denmark did great. Savoy, I know their kill to death ratio isn't great, but they were very effective. So yeah, thank you guys for participating and playing. It was a great one to watch again. Until next time, have a good one. Bye.